Hello guys, welcome back to another Honkai Pack 3 video, and today I'm going to be playing the chapter 15 of this story mode. Let's go. Eve of the Arc City event, Shiksha Wimmer Labs, North Africa. It was once a modern city bridging the European and African continents. A sleepless Mediterranean metropolis with sublime views. It only took a Honkai eruption to turn it into a wasteland of death and desertion, which makes it a perfect site for a Shiksha base. Attention all personnel, the 42nd activation test of the second divine key is commencing in 5 minutes. As a blaring alarm killed the silence, the countdown echoed in every corner of the dead city. The instant the countdown hit zero, a low below sounded at the city center, stirring up every grain of sand. An enormous light pillar shot up and split the world in two. The beam soared high and into the clouds. As if a massive mirror, the sky was shattered by the light and burst into a billion shards falling down. And behind the broken mirror loomed a space of chaos, where obscure and ominous stars overlooked the city. Divine key activated. Entering phase 1. Energy output stabilized. Wetting layer confirmed. From the chasm, hundreds of shadows seep through the chaos and escape to dive towards the ground. As they glided through the sky, time and space seemed to shudder and shiver. Meanwhile, at the city corner and beneath the disturbed sky, a blonde Valkyrie was taking in everything with cold eyes. Quantum shadows are invading now. Duranda-sama, we need your help. Roger that. With a brief reply, Duranda immediately threw herself into the action. Alright, let's go. Really silent. The light. What the hell? What the heck, man? Hold on. Okay, smoothly now. I had to turn down the graphics. Okay.
目標一掃しました。座標が更新されました。次の作戦座標へ移動して。いつでも出撃できます。神の鍵のエネルギーチャージが生きている。
Divine Key charging threshold reached. Quantum plane breach. Initiating phase 2 and coordinates observation. Duranda-sama, phase 2 is imminent. Please await further instructions. Having gone through the task for dozens of times, Duranda knew the ins and outs like the palm of her hand. Underneath the city, 10 Hyperion-class Honkai energy reactors were running at maximum capacity. Fueled by these reactors, the second Divine Key would rend space and open up a tunnel leading to the Sea of Quanta. At this level, quantum shadows started to emerge due to the unstable quantum plane. Hence, Duranda's duty to stand by for any invading shadows and ensure the safe running of the Divine Key. But the experiment would not stop at Sea of Quanta. With higher intensity, the Divine Key would reach its power threshold and take the experiment into phase 2. And the tunnel would reach the Sea of Quanta and warp into a space even deeper and more unpredictable, where the laws governing universes and the ultimate truth of life were held. The Imagery Tree.
どんな時も。陽子の影継続出現中。デュランダル様、殲滅任務を再開してください。
How? Okay.
私の形。大丈夫。勝負はもう決しました。覚悟してください。まだまだです。
Okay. Meanwhile, at Sixa HQ. In the lab, Otto's eyes flickered as the data on the screen refreshed at dizzying speed. Real-time data were flooding in from the North Africa base, updating everything about the Divine Key. This lab was equipped with the most advanced Solium computer. Still, it's like finding a needle in a haystack to mine useful info from the ocean of data. Divine Key power insufficient. Tunnel shutting down. Countdown 5, 4. Due to the Divine Key's extreme energy hunger, he was only allowed no more than a few glimpses every time. Every millisecond counted. 3, 2, 1. Tunnel shut down. Experiment terminated. The data torrent was brought to an abrupt halt, and Otto stood tall in front of the screen awaiting results. A world of costly resources in exchange for a string of numbers. A string that he had long sought after till this moment. A string that was still kept from him even this time. Observation results regenerated. Total nodes observed. 1 blah blah blah. The deviation from the target node 54. Not much of a progress. Although voice gave no hint of frustration. He knew very well it's a long shot. The short observation was like scooping out water from a vast ocean. His calculations told him the tunnel had to be kept open for at least 80,000 hours to give him the answer. The likes of Barber universes were just child's play compared to what he was seeking. He was compelled to speed things up and drive the divine key in a more efficient way. It's the only chance to fulfill his long life wish before Honkai wipes out humanity.
やはり空の立地の
The
力が
HOV is
必
a
要だ
must, he decided. Hmm?
本当は勝たなければいけません
Alright, come on. Oh, okay. Hmm?
まだまだです勝負はもう決しました覚悟してください
Right.
正々堂々と戦いましょう逃げられませんよ
All content shadows cleared. Execution word. The experiment is over. Blah, blah. Please report back to HQ.
わかりました
Roger that. Meanwhile, in the Vimmu lab, 1 kilometer below ground, is a busy and bustling picture. Functions shut down, instruments reset, site being cleared. The logistic staff were just getting started. Dedicated to the second divine key research, this facility could withstand any natural hazard from above the ground. It sounds absurd, but the lab was protected by one Valkyrie only. That's more than enough. Right now, this Valkyrie was in her private quarter looking stern.
リタ
Rita? She was reading a report from Arc City on the moon hunt handled by her deputy Rita Roseface. Sixa's best Valkyrie stood up quietly and left her room. Back to Arc City 3 hours later. The night in Arc City was bright as day. The citizens were all out on the street, admiring this wonder. It never crossed their minds that they just escaped death by a hair's breadth. Nor did they pay any heed to their savior, who was plunging down from the heavens like a broken kite, except for one pair of anxiously caring eyes. Kiana! Across the city's skyline, May was rushing towards Kiana's landing point. She couldn't afford to slow her steps. Hostile mechas were gathering from everywhere. Kiana, I'm coming, and I'm bringing you back on board.
疲れちゃった温泉に入りたいわ
Okay, fools. Okay. dog. Okay. Get out there. Okay. Let's go.
了解です艦長
Alright, alright. Okay. Oh, come on. Ow. Dodge. Dodge again. Okay. Ow. Oh, come on, again. Okay. Man kept swinging her blade is the only thing she could do now. At long last, when the final barrier was behind her, she's only an arm's length away from her dear Kiana.
チャージ完了艦長
Oh,
起きて元気に
Ice.
出して
Ice.
キアナちゃん
Kiana?
この戦闘は勝たなければいけません
Oh man. Joanna sama. We're gonna fight her really? Please no. Just when May reached out her anxious hand, a sapphire comet came smashing down right before her. After the blinding light faded, she found a blonde Valkyrie blocking her path.
あなたは
You
バ
are
レキリ
Miss Joanna.
はじめまして
Nice to meet you,
Raiden
Miss
です
Raiden.
艦長
Okay. The widow of Abyss Flower, the Divine Key, the ex-assault Valkyrie of Shiksha. Joanna's reputation long preceded her. May knew the odds were widely against her, but she won't flinch before the legend.
命令に従い
I'm here to take
キア
Kiana.
ナカスラナを連行します
May drew a deep breath and clenched her blade.
そうはさせ
Oh
ませ
my
ん
dead body. Okay.
艦長
この戦
Like
闘
man.
キアナちゃん
Okay,
を返してもらいます
で
One.
は実力で話し合いましょう
Ow. Ow. Come on. Ow. No. No.
手段を選ばない
Ow. No. No, nope, man. Okay. Nope. What? Hey.
私の番
Whoop. Dodge. Dodge. Okay, but. Okay. Ow. Okay. Ow. No. Ah.
そろそろ終わりにしましょう。
Huh? What? No. What's going on? I,
ここまでです。
just enough. You have no chance. We're not finished yet. I'm not leaving her to you.
いい目ですね。
I like the look in your eyes.
でも今のあな
But
た
your
に
power still has
ま
to
だそ
grow
の意志
before
に
it
見合う
matches
力
your
があり
will.
ません。
Duranda took Kiana and leaped up as if a golden flash arcing over the sky. Before May knew it, the flash was gone, leaving her alone on the vacant street. May gave the chase of her life, wrenching every muscle, trying in a despair effort to catch up. However hard she tried, she found herself falling further and further behind the trail of light. May had no idea how long she had run, but she knew she couldn't make another inch. Nothing I can do at all. Nothing. A fit of violent and involuntary shuddering overcame her. Regret, self-blame, and anger exploded and tore her apart. Granda's casual remarks and moves felt suffocating. Recalling their encounter only sank her heart even deeper. She watched her loved one taken away hopelessly. But May simply couldn't wipe Kiana off her mind, not for a second. The joyful time at Saint Freya seemed like yesterday, but in a wink, the big-hearted girl was turned into a slave of Honkai with a wickedly chilling smile. She finally got to see her again, only to be drowned in despair watching her taken away. Everything had changed, everything but the timid, hopeless girl she had always been. She knew Kiana was leaving her further and further. Oh, god damn it, man.
掃除を始めさせていただきます。
Oh yes, Rita. Hello police, life science, Arc City. Rita stood amidst at a wilderness of wreckage. A moment ago, she learned Rwanda was coming to her aid, which put her mind at perfect ease. Deputy, are you alright?
アルビトル
I'm fine, Arbiter.
先ほどの空
Did
中
you
で
see
の
the
爆発は
explosion up
ご覧にな
above?
りました
Is it true that the Herschel girl took away the Honkai bomb?
彼女は
But why would she do
どう
that?
してそこ
この都市
To
と人
protect
々
the
を
city
守
and
る
its
ために。
citizens.
でも
Isn't she a
彼女
Herschel?
は
今
We have
私
other
たちに
business
は他に
to
やるべ
attend
き
to.
ことが上条製
I
薬
found
から
the cure from
解毒剤
Heliopolis.
を彼らの計画
The
は
cover
失
is
敗
blown
に終
and
わ
I
り
have
まし
to make sure justice
た。逃げ
catches
られ
up
て
to
しま
them.
う時間がありません。急いで上条製薬の情報を。招かれざるを手がかりをたどることで大物が釣れるかもしれません。
さすが副隊長、ずっと先のことまで考えておられる。警備システムがダウンしています。ハッキングがある。
上条製薬のシステムが破壊されていますね。
I'm trying to arrest
どう
all
やら
evidence.
証拠を消すまだ危険かな。
Okay.
目標は
Come on. Oh, okay.
お目覚めよ競争の主よ。
Okay.
渡りガラスには仲間がいます。空の律者曰く犬頭をかぶった人がいる。
犬頭、どういう意味でしょうか。
何かの例えかもしれません。とにかく急ぎましょう。
Okay. Yeah.
やはり遅かった
Still
で
too
す
late. Rita bit her lower lip when she saw the corrupted
ア
database.
ルビトルさん
Arbiter,
残ったデータ
come
の
over
回収を
and
お願い
salvage
しま
the
す
remaining data. Beep. Rita, how are things looking at your side?
ユランダルさん
Granda-sama,
上
much
条
of
製薬の
Heliopolis
デー
data
タの
has
大
been
半は
wiped
破
up
壊さ
and
れ
we're
ていました
working on it now. Thanks for the support. Good. Looks like you have it covered. I've just retrieved the SOV. The overseer needs me to return now, so there's no time to endeavor with you.
かしこまりました
I see. Rita tried her best to keep calm, but it's beyond her to gloss over her failure.
ユランダルさん
Kiana Basma.
こ
I
の度
assume
の
full
失態による責任
responsibility for
全て
failing
私
the
が
mission.
負います
それに関しては報
The
告を確認してから判断します
failure, or not, I'll be the judge of that after I read the operation report.
処分を
I will accept any
お待ちしてい
penalty.
リタ
Rita, that doesn't
そん
sound
なこ
like
とを言
you
うなん
at
て
all.
自分を責
Stop
める必
blaming
要はあ
yourself.
りません
Everything is fine because
あ
you're
なたが
fine.
無事
ありがとうございます
Thanks,
ユランダルさん
Granda-sama. The long and dark night of Ark City had finally come to an end, and the serpent was ready to rear its head for the deadly strike. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy and see you next time.